Now please welcome Paul Mullins, the longest-serving member of the New South Wales Parliamentary Press Gallery, to present the NRMA Award for Most Outstanding Political Reporting.
Thank you very much. It's true, I did spend some time at State Parliament, 34 years to be exact. When I started there, TV was black and white. The Premier was Sir Robert Askin, and the big story of the day was the row over the site for Sydney's second airport. Oh, how things have changed. But a lot has changed at State Parliament since the Askin days. In Askin's time, there was no such thing as a Premier's press conference. He had two favourite journos, and they were the only people he spoke to. I wasn't one of them. But anyway, let's get on with tonight's affairs. The nominations are Andrew Clennell, The Daily Telegraph, Lee Jelisek from 7 News Sydney, and Sean Nichols, The Sydney Morning Herald. And the winner is Andrew Clennell, The Daily Telegraph.
The judges say Andrew Clennell consistently breaks stories, good stories, and editor is always chasing for page one. Clennell has produced a strong body of work over the year at the Daily Telegraph, enhancing his reputation as a hard-nosed, agenda-setting journalist with a long list of leaks and exclusives that speak for themselves.
Well, thanks very much. I'd like to thank the O'Farrell government for the material they've given me and occasionally not given me, as it were. Look, it is a tremendous honour. Les would be very happy tonight to see this. He'd be over the moon. I think it's about time Sydney had its own awards, and I think it's just a tremendous occasion, and I really want to thank Adam Walters and Steve Barrett for that fantastic effort. I don't think there's a time where political reporting is more important than this sort of time when there's a large parliamentary majority like there is in Queensland and here. I was joking to someone the other day, the ideal political reporting job would be if you covered the last term of every government, where all the scandals were and all the leaks were. It's a lot harder at the moment, and I really think this is a real honour for a real year of hard work. But this award would not have been possible at all without a really brilliant campaigning editor in Paul Whittaker, and he's an inspirational editor, and I used to think I went in pretty hard until I worked with Boris. But look, thanks very much again, and thanks to all the team at the Telegraph, the Chief of Staff Lillian Saleh, Mick Carroll, Jenny O'Dowd, Andrew Carswell, and all my other colleagues. Thanks very much, and thanks to my wife Diane Nazaroff for putting up with me. Thanks.
The winner of the P&O Cruises New South Wales Journalist of the Year will win a 9-night Sunshine Melodies cruise for two, departing Sydney on Pacific Jewel on November 25, with calls at Port Vila in Vanuatu, the Isle of Pines and New Caledonia, before returning to Sydney December 4.
Now, that is a cruise fit for the New South Wales Journalist of the Year, and here to present the award courtesy of P&O Cruises are our special guests for the evening. Very patient they are too. The New South Wales Premier, Barry O'Farrell, and Carnival Australia's David Jones. Make them welcome. It's up to you. Would you like to go first?
G'day everyone. When you get a phone call after you've crossed the dark side from Steve Barrett late on a Friday afternoon, you think, oh my God, what's happened? Steve came on the phone and said, DJ, we need a bit of help. We've got this awards coming on in memory of Les Kennedy and Cliff Neville, who I've got to say from my time at Channel 7 all those years ago was without doubt the most courageous editor I've ever worked for, without a doubt. But it's great to be part tonight of a celebration of journalism and great journalists, and we couldn't be happier. It took about 30 seconds for us to say yes when Steve and Adam made the request for help with tonight. And I've got to say, tonight's award ceremony, put together by 3 knockabout journos or a few more, It has been class all the way through, so well done everyone.
Thank you, David. Firstly, can I say to my good friend Andrew Clennell, you thanked your wife for putting up with you. What about thanking every member of Parliament for putting up with you? Look, it's fantastic to be here. I think it's a great tribute to those that have organised this event. The only disappointment I have is that you've all missed the scoop of the night. Steve Barrett, are you still here? This is the first time that Steve Barrett's hair and my hair has been seen in the same room at the same time. Now, can I say that I agree with Philip Cornford. There are lots of bastards out there, and the problem is that you have a different view as to who the bastards are to the politicians. But I am prepared to admit that we can't live with you, and we certainly can't live without you, because you're just as much a part of the integrity mechanism of this state as is ICAC, as is the police force, as are those other checks and balances that should exist in the democratic process. There we go, they're just getting me the name right. So the nominees for Journalist of the Year are Linton Besser from the Sydney Morning Herald, Andrew Clennell from the Daily Telegraph, and Kate McClymont from the Sydney Morning Herald as well. And the winner is, and I told Andrew that if he won I'd announce another name, so the real winner is Kate McClymont, the Sydney Morning Herald.
The judges said Kate McClymont's powerful body of work puts her at the forefront of investigative journalism in this country, that her work is proof great journalism will always have an audience and a value in the fast-changing world of ubiquitous information. In a star-studded field of media heavyweights, Kate McClymont's prolific portfolio has been thoroughly forensic and fearless, shining a light wherever she digs, while always true to her profession in the pursuit of truth.
To everyone who has made this, such a fantastic event, thank you very much to P&O. I think I might see if Eddie's free on this date because I do think it might coincide with ICAC. He might like a little getaway. But I'd just also like to pay a tribute to my family who, I make them go on stakeouts with me. I say things like, that mafia table over there will never suspect a normal family. I make them do all sorts of things. In our Easter holidays, I made them stake out Ian McDonald's house with me. So thank you very much to my 3 children and my husband. And I'd also like to thank very much what we investigative journalists rely on, and that is our sources. And we treat them well, they give us great things, but without those courageous people who come to us, they ask for our trust and they give us a great deal in return. I would just like to devote this award to them. Thank you very much. Thank
Well, congratulations to Kate and to all our winners tonight. Thanks everyone for coming, and to our sponsors P&O, Coles, Pelican Outline, the Australian Turf Club Network 10, the NRMA, the Australian Hotels Association, the 7 Network, Sky News Australia, Destinations New South Wales, the Department of Aboriginal Affairs, and all those companies who took tables. We'd also like to thank the judges. Could I ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to look at your table? You ought by now have a glass of champagne, perhaps? If not, I'm sure you have a glass of something else. Let me just thank our judges and presenters for their time and efforts, the 7 Network, the ABC 7:30 report, the AFR's Mark Tewsbury and Kai Chow for their help in preparing the videos, and for Adam Walters for all the work he has put in to make these Kennedy Awards get off to a great start. We couldn't have done it without you, Adam. Well done. Thanks also to Casey Donovan, the Murray Harton and our jazz quartet, and for what they're about to give us, the Musical Hairs, our appropriate name for the band here tonight. So finally, can I ask you to grab something wet in front of you and be upstanding? Oh, one moment before you do. Be upstanding for the floor manager, Todd Binney from Channel 7, ladies and gentlemen, and Hortensia Borragino from Finance News Network here on the stage with me, the only two sober people in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, a toast to absent friends. Here's to Les, Paul, Peter, Cliff, Sean and Gary. Absent friends. Thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great night.